again. Let's take a look again at the crime scene. Shrink the Hereford. Discover an old Roman map. Then discover an old Venetian map. Create a second circular map. Add them together and voila! A little blue ball flying in space. One small problem, you only have 3 continents. Well, the Romans and the medieval people were so stupid. They only found 3 continents. We all had to wait for one clever guy, Mercator. And very soon we have 3 new continents. Let's send a boat and discover this new world. Well, I'm very proud to announce you that Gerardus Mercator was a Flemish guy. So let's take a look at his brain children. Where are these names coming from? Well, remember in a previous video I was trying to explain the word Vatica. So I thought that Va was the wave and the Tika was the crossing of energies. So you had the word Svastika or Svas, Switzerland. But someone mailed me another name for Switzerland is also Helvetica, the Helios Vatica. So the question is, if you have a Helios Vatica, is there also a lunar Vatica? The Greek word for moon is Selene. So I started to look for Selvetica or Luna Vetica. Well, without success. So I started to look for words ending on Tika. Then I realized the word Antarctica is ending on Tika. So what would it mean? You have anti, arc and Tika. So if you have an anti, a negative, you also must have a positive. So when you Google Arctica, it brings you to Greenland. So you have an anti-Arctica and an Arctica. So if this is the Mercator language, let's try the same for America. That gives you anti-Mer-Tika. If you have a negative, you must have a positive. Well, I had to chew on this for a while. Then I thought, well, it has to be Mecca. Anti-Mertica and Mertica. Mecca, center of the world. Sometimes people mail me, you are stretching now, Wem? Well, now I'm stretching. Why? Well, that's because we are living in a crater. So what would be the center of the other circle? It took me 1 minute to find a Tika. Back to the Mayas. The Mayan collapse started at 800. 800, that is the start of the Holy Roman Empire. Well, I like to watch National Geographic. They always show my favorite actor, Uncle Adolf. Well, they can't get enough of him. So I wondered, who exactly owns the National Geographic channel? Well, that was a very stupid question. So one of these episodes was dealing with Wewelsburg, the occult SS castle of Himmler. Apparently, Heinrich Himmler was building an enormous complex around the Wewelsburg. So when I saw the map and a scale model, I immediately knew what he was doing. So how do you pronounce it in German?
Die Wewelsburg.
The Waveberg. Let's take a look at our crater, the V, the continents, Mount Meru. Compare it with the Himmler map. Or the Mecca map. Take a look at the Mount Meru shape. This was the design of the tower, probably an amplifier of something. But because of the war it was never finished. So what was Himmler doing there? Maybe we find a clue at the entrance. The ground